the Indonesians put together a show we'd never have seen at home. This is a people-to-people program, and everything can't be all work and medicine. But even when we take a few hours off, the shipboard routine goes on. The Iron Cow keeps turning out plenty of pure milk and water. Every day, it's put ashore for distribution by our roving medical teams. These teams operate inland, far away from the ship. Free milk turned out to be the high point of every maternal child care program we scheduled. Indonesia is a country where the infant mortality rate is just about the highest in the world. We held classes for midwives and dukans, a vital part of our onshore work. Something as simple as teaching them the proper way to wash their hands in clean water before delivering a baby will save countless lives. With so many medical groups operating on shore, communications could be a major problem. But radio-equipped jeeps give us the ship-to-shore link we need. It didn't happen every day, but we did have emergencies. And then the radio hookup between the ship and our shore parties really came in handy. In one case, an infant's life was saved because of our communication system. In answer to an urgent call, we were able to put an incubator to quick, practical use. When you consider how many lives are being saved aboard the ship, the delivery of an incubator just in time to save one life doesn't stand out as a great accomplishment. Still, it's an example of Hope's work that one family and one village and one entire community in Indonesia will never forget. And I won't either. Because they have so few doctors and hospitals, the Indonesian medical people work chiefly on a clinic basis. On the island of Bali, for example, one parian, or district, is tended by one male nurse and a midwife, two medical people serving more than 5,000. When the SS Hope arrived at Bali, our specialists toured the clinics. They prescribed modern drugs for the simpler cases and determined which patients they'd send either to the island central hospital or back to the ship for treatment. This onshore work is one of the most important steps in the Hope teaching program. Wherever we went, there was always an Indonesian doctor with us. I don't know who learned more from this swapping of medical information, the young men like Dr. Noor or the medical staff from America. We spend about 3 weeks in each of the ports we visit. This gives time for most of our patients to recuperate so that when we move on to the next port or harbor, they're ready to go home or to the local hospital for convalescence. When it was time for him to leave, Sana could not help but realize that he had gained the affection of the medical staff and ship's crew.
Thanks to the skill of Dr. Radcliffe, and thanks to Project Hope, which brought medical equipment and staff 8,000 miles across the Pacific, Sana is going ashore here to his home in Jakarta. Sana, this is for you to take with you, and to us, you will always be a symbol of what Project Hope can achieve. Goodbye and good luck.
Yo-Yo, the little girl in a crib next to Sana, would also be missed. Her parents had been told that her only chance to live would be with the help of Project Hope. We were able to save her, and I'll never forget her parents' joy when their little girl was returned to them, cured. Those of us aboard the ship are privileged to see the dream of Project Hope come true, as many of our patients leave the ship with new sight, new hearing, new speech. Others, in a real sense, have been given a new way of life. For some, like Sana, treatment will continue in hospitals in their homeland. In the hearts of the patients, there obviously is a gratitude beyond expression. As for us, we're proud of what we've been able to do. But at the same time, we're grateful for what we're learning from the people of these countries we visit, about their problems and their aspirations.
Not only for the patients is it time to go home. For some of us doctors and nurses, it is also time for parting. We go back to our regular lives, carrying our new knowledge with us. Now, more Indonesians and later other men and women of medicine throughout the world will take our places, people working with people. For centuries, the sea has brought many things to Indonesia, merchants and conquerors, raging storms and cruel wars. But never before has the sea brought us such a gift as the ship Hope. For as one of our leading Indonesian writers has said, the East forgets many things, but never forgets or loses its respect for a teacher. I, for one, will never forget my American friends.
In men like Dr. Noor is convincing proof of Hope's success in Indonesia. In the future, men such as he will be better able to train others and to care for their own sick. For patients like the pathetic orphan Sana, the Indonesians themselves have the will to fight disease, to grow and to prosper. In remote areas today, fathers work to build a new polyclinic, assisted by even the youngest children of the village. Their methods and tools are primitive, but their determination to make a better life for themselves is strong. Project Hope has helped to encourage them to face the future with greater confidence. More important, they have been left a legacy of learning from the heart of the American people, a wealth of knowledge which may be passed on from man to man, from skilled hand to skilled hand, and mind to mind in the years to come. Ahead lie many other ports, many needful lands where Project Hope will teach the art of medicine. Here with me now is Dr. William B. Walsh, who is the president and founder of Project Hope. Dr. Walsh, what can we all do to continue this wonderful work?
Mr. Considine, hope can go only as far as the American people want it to. It is, after all, a non-profit, non-government effort and depends completely for its support upon public assistance. We have the volunteers, physicians, nurses, technicians. We have the invitations from other countries, more than we can possibly fulfill. All we need is the continuing financial assistance of the American people that believe as we do. And I think our whole effort can be best described in the words of President Kennedy in his recent inaugural address.
To those people in the huts and villages of half the globe struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves for whatever period is required, not because the communists may be doing it, not because we seek their votes, but because it is right.